It needs to be where their hips are where it bends.
Yes.
If their hips are below that, you need to get them up in the bed. And we talked about it just so everybody can see what it looks like. I'm not gonna try to move you up in the bed, okay? Because I don't want to hurt you. So I'm gonna raise the bed up here where I have it at working height. And then I would put her head flat. Let's see. That's the right one. I've been punching these buttons in a long time. So I'm gonna put her head flat. You okay? And then I'm gonna raise the knees up. And this is what they were talking about in that one question.
Supine.
The
No.
feet are elevated,
Feet
they're
are elevated.
supine. And now she can bend her knees and push, and I can help with her shoulders and get her back up to the head of the bed. All right? Okay. All right, now I'm gonna put that down. But now I'm getting ready to get her out of bed. So I want the bed to be flat, but I'm gonna elevate the head of the bed.
And you see that sheet there that has the blue on the bottom? That's your friction reducing sheet. Okay? That makes it easier to slide the patient on the bed.
So when getting her out of the bed and preparing to bang her.
I'm sorry.
You said you're about to get out of the
Yes,
bed?
I'm gonna help her get up. We're gonna ambulate.
So the first thing that you did though was that you were like moving her up in the bed,
Up
but
in
you
the
just
bed.
didn't.
If she was too close to the foot of the bed.
Okay, so all we need to know is to elevate the feet.
Right, and then move them up. Let them bend their knees, and they can push with their feet while you move them up in the head of their upper body up.
Okay.
All right. One thing I want you to notice when you raise the head of the bed, it also brings up the knee gauge. That's to keep the patient from sliding down in the bed when they're sitting up. But right now, it would make it uncomfortable for her to sit on the side of the bed, so I'm putting the knee gauge down.
Okay.
Can you scoot over to the edge of the bed here for me?
My arms hurt.
Okay. Then
You want to
This
do
is
it with the
another-
IV and the Foley or just?
yeah, I'm on.
Oh, okay.
That's how I'm assessing how well she can move
move,
around. That's my first check there. If she can move herself to the side of the bed without any assistance, then I know she's pretty mobile. All right. Not only, if I can get you to, let's see if I can do it. Man, it's so quiet in here.
Intense listening.
Yes. I don't know if this will work real good, but I'm gonna do this so you don't have to hold on to the catheter. Thank you for being my volunteer.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, now that looks kind of funny. This would really be the Foley catheter, and it's hanging on the bed frame. And I have bad knees, so I don't bend right. When you bend, you should bend down with your knees.
Drop it like a squat.
And you want your shoulders and everything, so everything's balanced over my feet, okay? All right, so now I have everything where I want it. I know where her Foley catheter is. I'm gonna put the side rail down, and to make it a little bit easier on me, just for now, I'm gonna hang this Foley catheter right there on the side rail. It's still below her bladder, isn't it? But it's easier to get to, and I've gotten ready. And then I have my chair over here. You're right, you can sit down.
Oh, okay.
We're not gonna sit down, we're just
Okay.
gonna kinda walk over there. But I know where I'm going, I know where I'm coming from. I've looked to make sure there's nothing that we're gonna trip over before we move across the room. Clear the path. Okay, so now, can you just kinda walk your feet over the corner of the bed for me? And hang them off? There you go, that's good. And see, I'm not helping her. I want her to do it, because that stimulates blood pressure, and that will keep her from getting the hypotension. How are you feeling there? All right, your feet are flat on the floor. If she still feels a little weak, you can have her pedal her feet like a bicycle, do things like that, okay? And I apologize, I hope I'm not stinky, because I'm flashing really bad right now. I apologize, I don't want to offend anybody. All right, so now, where'd my belt? Go. And you notice I stayed right here. When I turned around, I had my hand on her,
Yes.
so I knew she wasn't going anywhere. If she said she still felt dizzy after a few minutes, what do?
Put her back
Lay
down.
her back down.
Yes.
Do I call the doctor and say, well, she can't ambulate? No. I wait an hour or so, and then I go through this again. And maybe the next time she'll be better able to do it. But we're gonna say she's not dizzy. So then I'm gonna put the gait belt around her. And I always have to look at it first. I think it's under and then over. Yes. You see what I did? I went under this and then over the teeth. Under the lip and over the teeth. I don't know if that'll help you remember. I don't know if it'll help or not.
I love it.
Okay, I'm gonna put this around you like this. If you wouldn't mind lifting up your arms. And then I go under the lip and over the teeth. And now this, I'm just putting this on here so I can help steady you while you're walking, okay?
Okay.
You let me know if it gets uncomfortable. What if they have an abdominal dressing? Am I gonna put that over the
No.
dressing? No. I'd put it up above or down below. Or you can even ambulate someone without the gait belt. You don't have to have it, but it's just an extra insurance policy. Okay. So now what we're gonna do, I want you to kind of scoot forward. So just your bottom, your cheeks are on the bed, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. All right, I'm gonna put my feet in front of her feet. Make sure that my feet are shoulder width apart so I have a good base of support. I'm gonna ask you to put your hands up on my shoulders, and then we're gonna rock. And when I say 3, you're gonna stand up. 1, 2, 3. Could you hear my knees clicking? Nobody mind in both of us. All right, so now how are you feeling, okay?
I'm feeling
All
fine.
right, so I'm still holding on to her. And I'm gonna get all my stuff here where I can push it with us. Are you doing all right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna trade hands, cause I wanna be behind her. And I'm running into you, I'm kinda short on room here. All right, you're fine, hon, I'm sorry. All right, now if I hold it like this, it's gonna be too high, so I take the string and I hold it down lower. And then we just start walking. Can we borrow the chair this time now? All right, we're gonna walk around. And if you can just kind of rotate around this way. Come this way. Thank you, hon. Whoop. That's
Nope.
all right. Better make sure she's not falling. Okay, now, can you feel the back of the chair against your, and it should have armrest. So if you reach down and feel for the armrest, and then you can just sit down in the chair.
All right, got the armrest.
Cause she's walking really good. If she was still kind of unstable, then I would come around in front of her and we do the same thing where she put her hands on my shoulders and I'd let her sit down. So now, try not to drop the catheter like I did and keep it below the bladder like I'm not doing. But then you hang it on the back of the chair. And then we put the IV over here so everybody can see it and she's ready to go. I would then move the overbed table over in front of her. I'm gonna buy you some wheels for this thing. Goodness. Oh, you're strong. Carry that around.
For text. We decline.
Okay.
Next time we'll pick
I
up.
told her.
All right. So then I move my table over in front of her so she can get to her water and everything. And I want to make sure that my call light down here. And that's what they do. They get caught in everything. I want to make sure that the call light's where she can reach it. And I do my regular exit scenario. It may seem like it, but I'm going to go ahead and ask her, before I leave, do you need to go to the bathroom?
I need to go back with Ben.
Okay. Can you try to sit up for just a few more minutes? It'll help you get stronger, faster, and you'll get home sooner.
Okay, okay.
Anything that'll help you get out of the hospital, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so, I ask her if she needs to go to the bathroom, go through the 4 Ps. She's got her call light. Give her a blanket or something, keep her from being cold. And then I would leave the room and ask her to please wait, call me before she gets up. But before I do that, I'm gonna straighten out my bed or make it. You can flatten it. Do you like to flatten the bed?
I leave it flat and then I leave it as an open bed, like the bed
Right.
over there, and the side rail up on the other side, so that if she decides that she wants to get in bed and nobody's in the room, hopefully she can make it. She won't be sitting as far away from the bed. She would be like at a
Right.
45-degree angle near the bed, so that she only has a few steps to go if she tried to get into bed by herself.
Because people will do that.
Okay.
So to make an open bed, to fan fold it down, you curl it up like this, bring it all the way down, and then you bring it like that. And I shouldn't have flipped that over there, that's bad form. But this way, when they sit down, they can grab the edge and then just pull it right up over them. And then this rail stays up, so they got something to hold on to help them in the bed.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That friction sheet,
Yes.
is it just chilling under her all the time, or
All the
yeah?
time.
Okay.
You're not all floors are gonna use them. We usually only put them under people when we know we're gonna have to help them move around in the bed.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like a lift sheet, this blue thing, and it just decreases your workload.
Those of you that work at Seton, do y'all use the friction reducing sheets
In ICU, yeah.
in the ICU? Do you work at Seton?
Yeah, we work in the